Current traffic conditions here on this Tuesday with a view of the Black Canyon Highway heading down toward that Stack interchange with that live view near about Camelback. We'll track this Operation Safe Roads report to bring you a big safety change is coming to car crash testing. For the first time, American car makers will be required to run crash tests on female. Makers will be required to start using this new testing dummy, but after a 50-year process and development, this is a long time coming. And Thompson with a check of those current traffic conditions on your Tuesday, sponsored by Accident Law Group. Want to take you over to the West Valley, the Loop 303, that northbound direction near about Camelback Road. You do see we have got a crash there right on that exit ramp there for drivers on the northbound side. Want to give you that heads up. Usually the 303, no issues to let you know about. We're still seeing pretty good traffic flows in that area, northbound and southbound, with those speeds staying good. But just as you're making your way maybe off the freeway or past that area, make sure you slow down and move over at least one lane for those first responders. We'll get you a wider check across the valley. Still ahead, Nick. On your Tuesday, hey there, Megan Thompson with a check of Traffic Planner Plus. Let's go over those desert drive times all around town, starting with that West Valley ride for you commuters along I-10 as you work your way from the 303 inbound into the downtown Phoenix area, past that Stack interchange and over to the mini Stack, where the 51, the 202, and the 10 freeways, they all come together in that spot. We're at 32 minutes here this morning, 16 minutes on Grand Avenue from the 101 there along the Agua Fria Freeway to the I-17, and 11 minutes on the 101, that southbound direction, as you're driving from Grand Avenue looking to connect to the 10. So a little bit slow. You'll slow down more, of course, if you're going to then transition to the I-10. As we check that East Valley commute, this continues to be our bright spot here as we look at the Red Mountain Freeway, the 60 and the 101. This is the Price Freeway in that northbound direction from the Santan to the Red Mountain. All of those spots look good in green. Nothing to slow you down there, at least for now. We'll keep you posted with another check in about an hour. Right now, the 17 in that southbound direction from the 101 to the Stack is 16 minutes, 12 minutes on the 51 from the 101 over to that mini Stack interchange, and 6 minutes on the Loop 101 eastbound from the I-17 over to the 51. Kaylee. For you. Spotted some slowing in the West Valley along the I-10. This is as you're making your way to the 303. So near the Buckeye area, near Verado Way. Still checking all the cameras along that line to see if anything pops up. I'll be sure to let you know. But I can tell you those traffic maps. So as you're making your way from the Tonopah area past the 303 and over to the 101 there, speed right around 50 miles per hour. We'll get you a wider check across the valley early. Definitely see plenty of folks heading out the door in the far West Valley as you're making your way to the 303. And then maybe working your way a bit further from there. This is the off to the right hand side as well, and then more brake lights up ahead in that area. Still not seeing any reports of a crash in that particular spot or a breakdown, a lane blocked or anything like that. I've been watching the cameras up and down that area there. We're just seeing those speeds reduced right now to about 15 to 20 miles per hour as you approach the 303. So we'll check that desert drive time for you if you're coming from the far West Valley, working your way into the Phoenix Metro, coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Yeah, more people hitting the roads right now, Megan. Thank you. 602.
Take a look at this West Valley crash. We've got what looks to be the right hanging out there in the HOV lane, the left lane for drivers along I-10 near Litchfield Road as you're making your way from the West Valley into the downtown area. We're going to track the impact to your speeds in that spot. Still coming up. That crash on the I-10 in that eastbound direction near Litchfield Road. We do still have some of those restrictions off to the right hand side. It does appear that that fire engine that was blocking the right lane has left, but we still see some activity. The lane has now been moved out of the way. An ADOT official just making their way out of there in the last few minutes. So that is some fantastic news for folks who are going to be dealing with some of those restrictions on the left and the right side of the roadway as they're making their way from the West Valley there into the Phoenix Metro area, more so into the downtown area. Speeds are still impacted, though, with this one right around 15 miles per hour with that red backup stretching to about the 303. So if you're coming from the far West Valley, coming from the Tonopah area, you're going to pass the 303, make your way past that crash scene and over to the 101. It should take you about 50 minutes. That average speed is right around 45 to 50 miles per hour through that stretch. To disappear as we're watching a couple of issues out there on our roadways. So we had that crash I've been telling you about over the last half hour along the I-10, that eastbound direction near about Litchfield Road. So between the 303 and the 101 for those drivers in that area. Still seeing some flashing lights off to the right hand side. Then on the 17, the Black Canyon Highway there in that south to the right hand side too. A crash reported in that spot. DPS not on scene just yet, so we don't know exactly how many lanes might be blocked off or if this is going to be the extent of it. So we're going to check some of those desert drive times for you coming up in just a couple of minutes. But first, one is traffic conditions right now, sponsored by Accident Law Group with Traffic Planner Plus. As we see all of those desert drive times, the length of time you'll be hanging out in the car here on this Tuesday morning as more and more folks get back out the door after those holidays. I-10 eastbound from the 303 to the mini stack, definitely feeling it. About 45 minutes is what we're anticipating for that ride right now. US 60 Grand Avenue from the 101 over to the 17, 25 minutes and 11 minutes on the 101, that southbound direction, as you travel from Grand Avenue to then connect with that I-10 area. Even the eastbound commute seeing a little bit of slowing too. A new crash reported on the US 60 near about Mill Avenue, seeing a vehicle off to the right-hand side. With that one, a heads up for you as you get closer and closer to the I-10. From the 202 to the 10, it's 22 minutes, 10 minutes on the Red Mountain Freeway in that westbound direction. From the 101 over to that mini stack interchange where the 202, the 51, and the 10 freeways all come together. Green conditions, though, if you use the 101, the Price Freeway, to make your way up to the Red Mountain Freeway from the Santan Freeway. Here are those desert drive times along the 17, the 51, and the 101. 17 definitely our slower spot there from that southbound direction from the 101 to the stack. That should take you about 25 minutes.